This meeting is being recorded.
Can you hear me? Savintana, are you able to hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So welcome to all of you this evening. I'm just so glad that all of you are able to join in today. And if anybody can put on your videos, if you like to, you can also, interact with a little bit of face communication as well, unless there's a situation that you're not able to put the videos on. So this evening, the reason, the intent to hello, Anushri, hello. Yes, you can put yourself on unmute. It's fine. We can, if you have something to talk, we can talk. But this evening, it's more of an open invitation for all of you um, to discuss about the program. If you're interested in the program, what are the questions you have about it? We can go through a little bit of a content that it can hold for you, and what is the resource that it can have in your life, and anything else that we want to kind of exchange about. And that was the intent of this evening discussion. And I'm happy to share the recording as well. Once we finish this meeting, we'll send out, the recording as well for so you can relook at it or reference it at any point. And I'm happy to take questions. That's where we begin from. So anybody who'd like to, I will start to talk a little bit about the program, but I'm happy to take the question from the beginning itself. Yes, Anushri, since you are I can see your lovely, beautiful face. I'd like to hear from you. Where are you from, and what are you looking forward for to getting to know today?
Hello, ma'am. I'm from Bangalore. So I understand how the whole program works and um, uh, what actually it is.
What
Because
actually it is? Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I've attended your one session which was there on Maya Sama's app.
Have the confusion to clarity, right? Yeah. That's
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So is this an extended and um,
Mm. I think
or
you're coming up
what
with some
exactly it is?
brilliant questions, Anu, very brilliant questions. And I think that sets the whole stage for me as well. So I'm hoping that all of you are listening in. And Anu has brought a very important question asking, what is the program about? What does it actually entail? What can she look forward for in the program? And she has watched one of the programs earlier on Maya's Amma platform, which is called Confusion to Clarity. Does it take it forward? Is it more about that? That's what she wants to know. So here are the details of it, Anu. So this program is, I think it's one of the most important resources that anyone would require in life. Now, what do I mean by that? So we are going through different challenges in life. It could be emotional challenges, circumstantial challenges, or psychological challenges sometimes, or just that we feel like life is challenging and it is sometimes difficult and sometimes even burdensome, because many of us go through very, very anxious stages of life, right? And we are confused. Sometimes we are very, very confused as well. Some areas are not clear. And what is the gift that one needs in life is clarity, right? We want clarity of direction, clarity of purpose in life, and also a place where we can feel the sense of empowerment of making the decisions on our from the knowledge that we can be provided, rather than have to run through different people, because the world is divided today. You can see the social media. With the social media today, we have bombarded information that's coming from everywhere, and sometimes it's confusing who to follow, what to follow. Does it make sense to me? And if I follow, what might happen? So a lot of people led or misled into different circumstances in life, and some of them can even be into a very dark road as well. And those are very, very sad situations, and they feel betrayed, they feel let down, they feel sometimes that they have been misled, and sometimes even looted. And so the main reason why this program has been put together, we have done 2 batches, and I'm more than happy for you to connect with the participants of the previous ones. And if you connect with Savintana, she'll be more than happy to connect you personally as well. So please do not hesitate to personally connect with the participants who have come before to exactly know what their experience has been in life about this program and how this has become the resource. So this program is based on understanding the bigger universal truths of life. What I mean by that is, I'll give you a small example of it. Uh, a child who goes to school, a child who does not go to school. What is the difference? Can anybody tell me? What's the difference? Anu, since you're there, you can tell me. What's the difference between a child who's given the opportunity to go to school or gain knowledge, or a child who never has the opportunity to have knowledge at all?
The child who
Life will
goes to
still go on, Anu. Remember, life is still going to go on for
yeah.
both of them, right? But what is the difference between a child who has the opportunity to gain knowledge versus a child who does not have the opportunity to gain knowledge?
It's easier for the child who goes to the school because the path is already shown, whereas
Yes.
the child who does not go to school, they have to figure out on their own.
Yes, and that can be challenging. Not everybody
Yeah.
can overcome the challenges that life can bring in. So, therefore, knowledge gives you direction. Knowledge also gives you the building blocks on which you can actually make your life.
Mm.
That is about material life. We are talking about the material life, right? So I can have a job, I can have a home, I can have a family. So these are things that it will help you construct your life on. So these are based on absolute sciences. When we go to school, what do we learn? We learn science, biology, botany, mathematics, physics. These are things that we learn. And these are all mostly based on what are evidence-based factual informations, so that we can use that in our life and construct our life together. Therefore, development can happen. That's why we are able to develop in life. We are more prepared. So we don't get perturbed with, oh, what should I do about this? What? There's no direction otherwise. So therefore, knowledge gives you direction. Therefore, in life, we feel like often we are directionless. So even if we can make something big in our material life, many people who are doing the program are doing very well in life, generally, financially, job wise, career wise, but not necessarily that translates into a fulfilling life, Anu. Correct? About feeling the sense of peace and joy in my heart for me to go through this life is a very different challenge. I can have a very good job, but not necessarily that I have peace in my heart. So, how can I have the knowledge of life just like I have knowledge of other things when I go to school that allows me to have a direction in life, also gives me the building blocks that tells me how can I construct my relationships with people around me and how can I make it meaningful? Because what really sucks the life out of us, it's mostly the relationships around us. Like people are constantly blaming each other, or putting us down, or body shaming us, or life shaming us sometimes. So we really don't have constructive people around us very often. So how do I navigate through this? How can I make meaningful relationship? Is the way out by cutting out everything that I feel is toxic in my life, or is there another way? So this program will reveal to you that there is an absolute path that we can follow that allows us to construct relationships, mend relationships, repair relationships, and to be able to build our life with direction. That gives you a sense of planning, execution, practice, and an outcome. So that's what this program is going to give you. It's going to give you the base, my dear, because it is a very deep understanding about life. So a very deep understanding of life takes time. So that's why previous two batches have been 2 years actually. But the fundamentals of it will be given to you in 6 months. which a brief of it you understood, Anu, when you saw that that program which you saw in Mayazama program, which was confusion to clarity, which was just the seed of it. Now, in this program, you're going to see how can I uncover it, unpack this understanding much deeply, so it can become a part of your life, and that knowledge can allow you to build yourself and not to break you in life. That you shouldn't be dependent on others around you to help you give directions, but you will have the directions on your own, which is true empowerment in life. Right? So that's what this program will give you. And I think we have given you some curriculum. Savintana, if you can just put up that curriculum on the screen, please, so she can have a look at it. But I think your PDF is with you now, Anu. So you can go through that. And so that will also give you a gist of what we are going to look at. What is the biggest truth? What is the ultimate truth? And how can I navigate through life through this? That's what it's going to give you. Right, and we'll unpack all the different roads people take in the mind. What about this, what about this, I want to understand about this. So all about your life we can try to understand during the 6 months, and because it's a group, you will also multiply the understanding, because it's compounding effect of it. One has a situation, another person has a different situation, but you're going to learn from each other as well. So this forum of 6 months will allow you, which is approximately about 3 into 6, approximately about 18 hours of work in the 6 months program. That's going to help you understand the ultimate truth, like she's put up on the screen, your relationship with the ultimate truths of life, finding your needle in the haystack of the clutter of life, and gives you a sense of hope, clarity, awareness, and mindfulness. And also finding the purpose of your life and feeling guided for lifelong. And this is very important, I feel, as the base seed of everyone's life. If we can hold on to this understanding, then no force in your life can break you. Which, in a way, that's why I was constantly putting out that word to say, how can I become trauma proof in life? Is it even possible? And the answer is yes, it is possible to be trauma proof. How? This program will help you do that. Right? And so this will unpack over 6 months, basically. Yeah. So any other thoughts? Anything else, Anu? Have I touched upon things that you will feel is sense of clarity for you now? Or do you have further more questions? I'm happy to have conversation.
Uh, for me, the basic issue is finding the purpose in my life. Um, um, than depending on anybody for what I have to
Absolutely.
decide for. I don't depend on when I have to
Yeah.
take decisions. I have a conversation with my husband, but it's if it's my life, I'll be taking my decisions. So I don't
Yeah.
depend on
True.
anyone, neither my parents
Exactly.
or anybody. It's
Absolutely.
been like that for me from the first. So, but the thing is, right now I'm in a
Right.
stage that what do I want to do for the rest of my life? Do I want to just just be in IT and do it is not what I want to do, but what I want to do, I don't know. If I'm there at something, I'm actually good at something in
Right.
one particular field, I don't know. It's like master of
Right.
none,
So if you notice,
jack of all,
Anu,
master
we
of.
are
That's what is
concentrating.
my
Yeah.
life.
So yeah, life
Yeah,
was, it seems like a
yeah.
little bit of a confused cloud on top of the head, right? Yes. So what I want you to know is what you're talking about is a smaller portion of your life, which is a career. You're talking about the career of what direction I must take in life and what should I be doing, right? But if you begin to understand the potential that you carry within you, and then have a direction towards it, then what happens is it gives you a platform to have a clear process of how to achieve what you want to achieve. It's not necessarily a career oriented alone. What it can do is it can give you a completely holistic approach of life that allows you to have a fulfilling, contented process of life. Right? So it will not just address what you're looking at in terms of career, but also bring in a deeper understanding of it when you get to understand what your personality is, how are you designed, what am I meant to give to this world, how can I make that happen in my life. All of these things will be discussed, Anu. So I'm hoping that you will reap way more than what you're expecting out of it. I'm just hoping that could be one of the areas of definitely be addressed what you're talking about. Yeah, definitely purpose of life. Purpose of life will definitely be one of the most important parts that we will discuss for the 6 months.
And this is 6 months. I thought it was a 2 year.
It is a 2 year, so you can
Okay.
continue the program, right? But
Okay.
the fundamentals are 6 months, my dear. So some people
Okay.
have very limited time in their life for them to come
Okay.
and then go, so some
Okay.
people would like to do that, but many of them in the last two batches, I can tell you that majority of them have just simply continued for the 2 years,
Okay.
because for them it has been really that deeply um, you know uh, deeply churning and deeply satisfying for them, and it's also giving them the base from which they can operate through life, and so it is life knowledge. So in that sense, definitely, even now we are almost about to complete the batch one, which is 2 years now, and they say, can we just continue, ma'am? But the program is getting over, so we might have a support process continuing for them, because they have no idea to leave the program, they just want to continue. And I'm more than happy, Savintana, please connect them with the earlier participants. You may have read a few reviews here and there, but that will never be sufficient. I would like you to in flesh and talk, pick up the phone and talk to them, and you will really get the first hand information from them, Anu. Yes, so I'm hoping that I'm actually looking forward for interacting with you, to get to know what your mind is and what you can bring to the table and what I can learn from you as well. Yes, yeah, yes. Who else was putting up the hand? I'm happy.
Hi,
Yes, yes, Shraddha. Hi,
Shrida.
hi.
I'm Shrida. I'm from Goa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yes,
I,
Shraddha.
I think I've spoken to your staff.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you say holistic, I was just going through the status right now, okay?
Mm.
And I read that there are some Zoom meetings put up on the status.
Mm.
And then suddenly I don't know why I happened to click on one of the Zoom link thinking it is for tomorrow. To do with
Ah,
breastfeeding and weaning and all of that. So
yeah.
I just heard you talk to the other lady, and I just wanted to know, ma'am, that when you said that it is to do with purpose of life and all of these things when you were talking, I was just wondering why I got connected to you.
Ah, that's a very
You know
interesting
that
question.
thought
Yeah.
came into my mind when you were talking all this. I thought I've been thinking about all these things for a while now that I am unable to find the purpose of my life, to tell you very frankly.
Yes.
I've been doing various things. I've been trying to connect to various things. I've been learning various things, but I'm yet not able to find out that why am I here? This question keeps bothering me.
Bothering us.
You
Correct.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
over and over and over again. So when you said all these things, I was just thinking, why did I even get first? I got a little fabbled because the Zoom link said that it is for tomorrow. The breastfeeding, weaning, and all of that I was reading, and then suddenly when I clicked on one, and then I didn't read the second, I think, and I just clicked on one of the Zoom link, thinking I'll copy it and I'll keep it somewhere. And I was
Mm.
wondering why your staff has put it one day in advance.
Yeah.
And when I clicked on it, it just opened. The Zoom meeting opened, and I didn't know what to do. So I
So you're
heard
in
what
the
you
room. So you're in the room today.
were.
You've been catapulted into this world today, my dear. Yes. So that was a different meeting. That's going to be tomorrow's meeting,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah,
I'm hoping, I'm thinking that now that you've revealed you're also a young mother with a child, which is why you were looking forward for that, right? Yeah. So
yeah.
this program will not just address and give you a deep understanding about your own self and the purpose of your life, but also give you tools of how I can integrate that as a wife, as a daughter, as a mother, and
Yeah, because
as
I can connect when you say all this, when you say wife, daughter, mother, zoom, things are coming into my mind. You know,
yeah,
when I heard what you said to
yeah,
Ma'am
Anu,
Anu.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
And then
yeah.
when you talking to her, I was thinking, this is what I'm saying. So do you think that when you get connected in such a way,
Hmm.
is it meant to be?
It seems to be, Shraddha, because there is this force that's always guiding us, Shraddha, and that force cannot be denied. Now it's dependent on us to use our mind to understand and to become acknowledging of that force that's with us always. Do I even acknowledge that I'm always guided, or am I going to keep thinking everything is random in my life?
Yeah, because see, again, when you say guided, sometimes I get these messages kind of a thing, and then those things happen. My husband thinks I'm hallucinating, to tell you very frankly. When I
Right.
tell him that, didn't I tell you this, that, this is meant to happen. When I say these things to him, he says, I think you're hallucinating. You often say this. This is what he says,
Right.
But there have been messages coming to me which are like so strange and out of the blue. I'll give
Hmm.
an example if you allow me to.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Uh, I have a neighbor, okay, and I've been going through my own things, and that is why I am connected to you, because that's how Prutapai told me about you, okay,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
so that's how I got connected to you. But much before that, I was doing this breathing exercises and stuff to get myself sane, and this lady who was coming to my house to guide me,
Hmm.
she just, I used to meet her every day, like
Hmm.
almost every day, because she has a beautiful dog and I'm mostly connected to the animal more
Hmm.
than her, okay.
Right. Hmm.
And but I didn't like her per se, like I used to not like have any
Affinity
I
towards
didn't,
her.
yeah, I
Hmm.
didn't think that I could be connected in such a way that she'll be my friend or she'll be able to help me in any way.
Hmm.
But the dog was nice. I used to have a good time with the dog and come back. Now she started guiding me for breathing and stuff.
Hmm.
She told me that she's getting into some certain things, and we spoke, and then she said that she'll guide me.
Hmm.
And when she started, after a few days, I started getting a message, or I got one message in early in the morning that this will discontinue.
Hmm. Hmm.
It was a very clear message that this person will discontinue. Now, I didn't know that this person will discontinue for good. She'll discontinue for some time, or
Hmm.
whether I'm just getting thoughts because I keep getting such thoughts.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so I just brushed them off, and I said, "Shoo, like don't
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
things keep coming to me,
Yeah.
so just brush them off." Her husband passed away, and
Ah.
she discontinued for about good 1.5 month.
Hmm. Hmm.
She came back.
Hmm.
So I was just thinking, I didn't get a message this time. Usually I do get sometimes that I
Hmm.
get messages if somebody is to pass away and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But this time I didn't get any such message. The message was only saying that she will discontinue.
Hmm.
She
Hmm.
didn't continue. I told her this because she is also, she also has a good sense. So,
Hmm.
but if I tell this to my husband saying that, no, I thought that this is already going to happen, he says, Shraddha, I think you are like hallucinating. So
Right.
that is why I was coming back to this point that I just touched the Zoom link and I got connected. I was not to come for this meeting.
Right.
So this is the reason I was asking you that whether these things happen, that like in
Yeah, they
reality.
absolutely do happen. But what is important to know, which absolutely will get more clarified during the 6 months of our program and 2 years if you wish to go further than that, is
Okay.
knowing how do I differentiate between the messages I get. Because everything is based on truth and false, Shraddha. It's very important to understand that, right? So you can get false information and you can also get true information. Isn't
Mm.
that true in our life that we can also have false information? People
Yeah.
can get associated
That
with
is why
false
I
people
most
as
of the
well.
time just
Yeah.
brush it off,
Yeah.
saying that this is not going to happen. Like, I just brush the thought.
Right.
I think
So
it's my thought usually.
exactly. So what happens is that we are either moving towards one of the extremes to say, I'm going to dismiss everything or I'm going to take on everything. So instead of that, if I have a compass in my life that helps me know what is true and what is false, then I benefit. Is that right?
But
You see
then
what I
what if
mean by
it's
that?
scary? What if someone is to go? I mean,
In the sense, go means I didn't understand.
oh,
Madam.
means if somebody is to pass away, then
That's different, my dear. I'm not talking about specific messages. I'm
okay.
talking about generally. Now, you letting that thought pass away does not change the reality of the situation. It's still going to happen. What has to happen will happen. That's different. But what I'm trying to say is that though whatever information I'm getting in my life, now it doesn't matter whether it's mysterious information or authentic information. I'm not talking about nature of it at all. But I'm saying whatever you're getting, you need to have a compass in life that helps you know what is authentic and what is not authentic, which is where most of the people struggle with. You can see what your husband is saying. Don't go that road because it's a very confusing road, which he has a piece of truth in what he's saying. Because if you follow everything that's coming to your mind, then you can be driven to a very dark space.
Yeah.
It is possible because some people can get really dark information and then
So
they will
he
just run
says
behind
that
that.
I'm overthinking, you're
It's
overthinking
possible.
everything.
Somebody could be overthinking about something else. But what I'm saying is the minute you have the compass of direction in life, which is clear direction, then you know exactly how to take the steps in my life, what information and how to filter. If I know the science of filtering, then wouldn't that be more empowering in life? Right?
Yeah.
That should be the true empowerment, basically, that I know how to filter the information that's coming in front of me. I'm bombarded with floods of information. I can't make sense of it sometimes, but sometimes I'm blindly going, or sometimes I'm just being driven towards nothing at all. I'm boxing myself up completely. There are some people who will completely, go into a shell. Not everybody is open, and some people can be too open to things. So you need to know how to separate that. Again, I'm going to give you a small example of it. Do you know the biological components or elements of how a cell looks like? A cell,
No.
a biological cell I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
So
understand. Yeah.
we have multiple billions of cells in our body.
Yeah.
We could have been a single celled animal as well. We have multiple cells. Now, why those multiple cells and how are they designed? Just look at how nature has made it to be that there is always a membrane around every cell. So that means I have my own activity that I'm doing, plus I'm interacting with others around me. So that means I need to know that filtering device, which is the cell membrane. That cell membrane has to be defined, that allows me to function as my own and also function in the society, which is the most difficult thing for us, because either we are dismissing everything or we are either becoming too available for everything, which is what some people call as people pleasers. Right? They struggle through life because they feel like I'm always pleasing everybody. I'm pleasing my parents, I'm pleasing my husband, I'm pleasing my children, everybody is taking control of my life.
Yeah,
How do I
seems like it's speaking my mind.
exactly, then how is it possible for me to filter this understanding of it? And that filter is the compass we are talking about here. Is this something that's defined by me? No, they are not defined by me. So everything I will speak through in the 6 months will be given full evidence with, right? So it will be evidence based understanding. It has to be universal, which means every single person in the group should be able to understand and follow it. Not that only one, it's going to apply to only one person. That's not how it should be. So if you have understood those, for example, if you learn 1, 2, 3 in mathematics when you go to school, whoever's understood it should be able to apply it in life. It's no more mysterious, or it's no more going to be like a confused place. It should be so clear. The concept has to be so clear that anyone willing to apply it should be able to see the outcome of it. That's the approach we want to take in the 6 months or 2 years, whichever you sign up for. So I'm hoping, Shraddha, that you've been catapulted into this group today without you knowing it. So I would welcome you to explore it and to see where it takes you, and see where this can hold you in your life to give you that resources that you are possibly looking for, and you don't have that direction sometimes. And it's very natural for many of us to not have the direction. And starting with the first question of what is my purpose of life, right? Starting
Yeah.
that, and if I can start with that, And if that can translate into many things in my life, why not? Why not?
No, because this is going on for the longest time.
Right. It's always the biggest one for everybody, Shraddha. It's always the cloud, the biggest cloud that none of us can
Because
actually touch upon.
I've done like I said, I met various people, I've done different kinds of things, and I'm still not able to find what is that
Yeah, right.
purpose that I
Exactly.
have, you
Right.
know. I've been
Because
going all directions,
all
and I'm
directions.
not able to get that peace of mind
Hmm.
living, I have a life, I have a very good life, but what is my
Absolutely.
purpose again,
Yeah,
you
right.
know?
Right.
So
And so
that.
what you're so if you are walking behind people or trying to find resources that never gives you evidence to things, then your heart is never going to rest on it and the mind cannot be finding peace. It's not possible to do that because we are having a compass in us to know what the truth is. When the truth hits you and it meets you, you will always find peace. And that's
Sorry, come
one
back again.
compass. I'm saying that your heart will know what real peace is when it meets it, because your heart has been designed to be that way, right? So if anybody does not take you into that direction to find the clarity of mind, then that is not a path that anyone wants to take either. It should not be like I'm like loitering around behind different people and I'm not getting the answers for what I'm getting. It should be so concrete, so concise, so clear that you're able to like there it is. Like I knew that, I knew that. It should speak to you. You know, the answers and the discussion should speak to you, and you should have a forum where you can ask any question you want to ask. It should not be a place where you can only have a certain way of talking or certain thoughts and certain ideas. No, this is a program that will allow you to ask every question that you have about life.
Can I
And
ask you something?
yes,
While you talk to me, do you catch on to my energies?
well, I think everybody is energy anyways, but without sounding too mystical about it, um, I think every single person who is in this room or otherwise has a fantastically pure energy that they carry. They just need
No.
direction. So do I feel it? Of course I feel it. Of
No,
course I
as
feel
you
it.
talk to me,
Yeah.
and the
Yes.
way you were talking,
Mm.
and the things that you addressed,
Yeah. Yes.
I was catching what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask you is, like, the way you spoke to Anu, and the way you spoke to me,
Mm.
are you able to understand that how I feel while you
Yes.
talk to me?
Yes. I think I do, and I'm just grateful for that possibility for me to
Yes.
be able to connect with you at that level. So I do know, I do get a sense of where somebody is coming
Because
from and what are they
you
actually looking for.
pinpointed few things as you spoke, Uh,
That's
so
just a gift, my dear Shraddha. I
Yeah.
have no magical powers
No, no,
here.
no.
It's
I'm
just a
just
gift.
I understand, and it's a beautiful gift.
Yeah.
But I was just asking whether you were able to
Yes,
like
I do. Because
sense sense my
yeah,
me. You could
yeah,
catch me,
yeah, yes,
because the way you spoke to me is like exactly what you knew about. You caught me. Like what I mean to say.
yeah. No, I hear that. I hear that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm hoping that I will have more interactions with you and get to know your mind as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, Rishika is showing me her beautiful face, and Deepthi is put up her hands as well. So I'm happy to start with Rishika, and then I'll come to you, Deepthi, in just a moment. Yes.
Hello,
And I
ma'am.
think a little while, just a second. I think I saw Khatija also put on her video. I'll definitely come to you, Khatija, when you have your question. Yes? Go ahead, Rishika.
Ma'am, I have heard about you from Swati. I'm a participant. I'm of Vision 2024 that she is taking.
Ah,
So she had mentioned about you in her last call and how
mm,
magical you are and how magical your holistic approach is. So yeah, that's where I heard about you. And this program is something, so I am a lactation counselor. Um,
wonderful.
and I work with new moms. So I have taken a few personal development classes and courses, and when I also, my approach to new moms are more. I want it to be more holistic way, not in you know what I mean, right?
Superficial. You don't want it to be superficial connect. Yeah.
Yeah, and in where I'm working, I don't go out to work because here in Dubai we have a lot of restrictions in case of you can't go to hospital. I can only bring awareness through internet.
Right.
So here I have limitation to go out and work, but I get to know a lot of problems that new mothers are facing. So I feel that there is a purpose for me in life. I know the clarity. I have a clarity where I want to do and what I have to do, but I need more for that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You
There's
know what I mean?
always this thirst of learning, right? And we are students of knowledge, and we have to remain the student of knowledge throughout our lifetime. And as we seek more skills and more, a sense of wisdom to be able to connect and understand what somebody needs and what can I offer at that point, Rika, that brings a sense of fulfillment of what is being taken from you because you're contributing to it, right? That's what you're looking for. You want to be a contributing partner in this world. Everybody wants to contribute because they don't want to feel like I have nothing to give. And I feel like like, who am I and why am I here? That's why that thing comes, right? But since you have already found some path in life, this program will open up ways of how I can make an enriching relationship with the people who I'm going to work with. That's what this program will do for you, Rishika. And it'll take you to the depths of your own self to see the kaleidoscopic view of how I can see different colors and still bring it back to the white. Because from white is where the different colors actually disperse itself in. So the purity of that you will feel that, Rishika. I'm hoping that you will feel that. And I'm also hoping that you'll find those answers that your heart desires to look for. Because you really want to offer something. And there's a difference again, right? Like some people will just want to pick up skills and then keep doing what they have to do, but I don't see you as that person. You want to be mindful of what you offer and how you offer it. So, and that becomes very critical. And so I'm hoping that you'll find the principles of life that allows you to always be guided in how you're approaching somebody, and you will hear back from them how they feel about it and what do they receive from you see. And you want to leave a mark in their hearts so that the sustenance of that relationship is a long-term relationship in life. And I'm hoping those are the answers that you will possibly get, Rishika. Right? Does
Absolutely.
that answer your question? Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Completely.
Dipti,
Thank you.
yes, my dear, you can go ahead now. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. How are you doing?
All well, with all your good wishes, I am well. I'm happy to take your question.
Yes, ma'am. So, a part of my question has already been answered to Rishika's question. So, yeah, I know where I want to go, but before offering myself to somebody, I want to be full.
Yes, absolutely. And you will find a way. I'm hoping that you'll find a way to connect to the source that's always regenerating you and always giving you that abundance of what you want to feel in your heart, that I'm never going to get empty, that I can keep giving, because that's what your heart desires. Your heart desires to give and to offer yourself to in service to whatever you want to do, whichever direction you want to take in life, whether you're a musician, whether you want to cook food, or whether you want to be a lactation counselor, maybe something else in some other industry. It really does not matter. What's important is that I never feel empty in me. That should be something that you want to carry, right? So how can you connect with that source that allows you to always be full, to always be able to give,
Yeah.
and to be able to take and to be able to give, right? So I'm hoping that you will find those answers, Dipti. So does that kind of give you some direction to what the program can offer you? Is there any other question that you have in your mind and heart?
Universal truths that we'll be talking about in the program, ma'am, they are science backed, right? They are evidence based.
They're all evidence based, and it will be given to you with evidence, my dear. So there will be nothing that will not be given with without references. So you should have the references with you, because wherever you go, wherever you churn this understanding, it should come out true. The truth can never become false anywhere.
Yes.
You see, it cannot falsify itself. If it does, then that means you're not being guided well. So I'm hoping that the best I can offer from you is to give you the direction with the evidence, so that you able to use that evidence every single time, and wherever you go, you hopefully the universal truths that you will learn through the program will always eternally remain true.
Ma'am, that's so comforting to hear also.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that what we all want, Deepti? Tell me, right? The compass in life should not confuse you in anywhere. And
Yes.
and one of the biggest outcomes that I am hoping that the previous batch people also can confirm for me is that the sense of clarity that you get in life is the gift of that program. And if you ask me, is this something that I'm offering? No, Deepti. It is something that is being I am being gifted to be able to offer this. That's what I feel. Like there is no way that it can happen without the right guidance. So the guidance is in such a way that we are always having that compass that allows me to have clarity in my life and allows you to have the same clarity without having the need to constantly check in with me. Just saying, okay, what do you think I should do in this case? What do you think I should do? You should never need to do that. Eventually you should have that direction and compass in your hand, that you are on your own and you should be able to apply it. That should be the scenario. You go to school, you study for about 14 years of your life. That allows you to be able to offer your own unique understanding about the subjects in life. Similarly, about life as well, the minute you understand the truths of life, then what happens is then you're not swayed or confused with the layers that can come and distract you in life. It can come in any form, and all are iniquities in life, Dipti, isn't it? The
Yes.
differences between being man and woman, and who is what, all of the different concepts that we have around us, and how do I find my liberty in through that. All of these will be discussed. Every single thing will be discussed in that. And I'm really encouraging you, Deepti, if you have been thinking about a 6 month program, I would love you to consider for a 2 year program, because of what you want to offer to people, and that will give you a lot more deeper evolving context of understanding, because you would have lived that truth for 2 years for you to know what it feels like. And it's not something that could have, if it's something that is just a fleeting information, after 6 months it's gone, like it will not mean anything at all to you. But if you have lived it for 2 years, you know that it works every single time. It works.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that you will take the opportunity for that. And since it is a program that is paced in such a way that you don't feel overwhelmed about it, you will always have recordings with you, so that you are able to re-look at it, rehear that conversation, revisit it many times. We have participants in the first batch and the second batch who have gone back to listening to the 2 years of recording multiple times, over and over again, so that they can deepen their understanding of it. Because what I hear from them is every time they hear it, there is something new that they discover about it. And that's becoming meaningful for them. They can make notes about it. And there will be assignments that you will have to do, right? So there will be assignments to understand your depth of understanding that you're bringing into the program. So there is a lot of a sense of accountability and responsibility that you take through the program, so that you go back enriched, right? So it's not a one-way process. It is a two-way process. It's a partnership, that you're coming into the program with your sense of responsibility to take the best you can, because I want to make sure that you are empowered in life. And I can only commit from my side that I can completely 100% commit to your growth and to your knowledge and compass that you need in life. And you bring this. I'm hoping that you bring the same from your side. And with this, I also want to acknowledge people who feel completely low on resources, that they cannot even bring up themselves to any accountability, but they need the support. This program is even for them, knowing that there is somebody who's willing to go beyond their capacity to support your non-resourceability. For example, there are people who don't have any resources at all, absolutely zero resources on bringing your mind to focus on something. Your mind is confused. It's not able to focus and stay on one thing. I'm not able to get up and do what I have to do in my daily life. So even for such people, know that there is love, compassion, and empathy to your state of being that you are in today. And you will be supported, given that love and support for you to be able to stand up, take a baby step forward, if that's what it means to some, right? So it's not just for people who are already having resources and able to do advancement in life, but also for people who don't even have the first step to start with. So I'm hoping that will answer your question, Dipti.
And here I come to the third question.
Yes, my dear.
Initially, I'm only planning for the 6-month program. I am 100% into taking your 2-year program
Hmm.
where it takes me. So for the first month, if I take the program from October,
Hmm.
for example, so I'm taking it for 6 months, which will be April till April, October to March.
Right.
So when will the second semester start?
It will be continuous, my dear. There is no break after that, Dipti.
There is no
So there's
break.
no break, my dear. So it will just continue. So those people who continue will just continue after that. So there's no break after the 6-month program. There is no break. It will simply just continue into the next semester, basically. So you'll finish the first semester, and the next month, the date that if it is a Friday of the month, last Friday of the month, or last Thursday of the month, whichever we are beginning with, that will continue to remain the same. Yeah. And anything that you miss in between, for example, because it's already pre-decided, Dipti, what you need to know is that we are expecting most of them to be available to do the program while it's happening live, so that all your questions are answered. But do not be afraid of it, because there will always be recordings. So you can listen into the recordings if you have missed something. And for those people who are sitting on the fence, who are thinking, oh, I have also got work, I have a commitment, I don't know whether I can actually manage to do that, there are participants who are very young mothers with very young children, and also people who are professionals who are going to a job, a full-time job, who are doing it, but they still catch up on doing what they have to do. So they can listen into the recordings over the month, because your classes will be once a month, but in between there's a constant support through the WhatsApp program that will be thinking about you all the time, and asking you to bring in whatever that you want to discuss, any questions you have about it, or anything else that's on your mind, that can be completely integrated into the system. Yeah, and that's limitless. The amount of support that you get through the WhatsApp program is limitless. But there are also opportunities for you to connect with me personally. So if you have things that you need specific attention for, we can either look at it from a therapeutic perspective or general talk, or a counseling session. We can also think about that. So there are multiple levels of support that you can be provided depending on the need that you have at that point. But never be afraid to ask what you want. Like, if it is possible from my side, any support will be given to you. If it's within my limitations, it will be given to you. That's something that I can offer from my side, right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Deepti. Does that kind of answer your third question? Yes.
I'm done with my question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deepti. Thank you. Yes. Who else had put up their hand? Anybody else would like to ask? Anna? Anna, did you want to ask something? I'd love to hear from you. You are on mute, so I'm not sure whether you want to say something.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Now I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. So actually, I heard about you from my summer program. So from that program itself, I wanted to meet you. Actually, when you said that people with low resources can also get some guidance on this, I feel that now I am kind of, I don't know, I want to do some things, but I'm not able to do that. Kind of a
Right.
survival mode sometimes. So
Right.
I am not
Right.
even able to process some things. Otherwise,
Hmm.
I have to write it down and then process. I feel like sometimes I'm I don't know. I feel that I
Yeah,
have
there's no
wasted my
start
years.
point, right, Anna? Sometimes it feels like we don't even have a start point, right? Like it feels like, okay, I have so much that I want to desire to do things, but I'm not even able to take the first steps, sometimes even can't process it. And so I feel
Yeah,
like I'm always procrastinating and sitting on it all time. And 1 year has passed and I'm still in the same place, right?
yeah,
Sometimes it may
yeah.
make
I
you feel
feel
that
like
way.
yeah, I have feel that I've wasted all my time. I don't know why I
Yeah,
haven't done that. But I'm
why I
trying to
haven't
be
done that.
kind to myself, but I want to move on.
Yeah.
I can't live like this
Yeah,
actually.
you cannot live life
So,
like that. Yeah, that's true. It's not,
yeah.
it doesn't feel good when you're stagnant, right, Anna? We want to be able
Mm,
to move and evolve and, grow. That's what we want to do in life. And I'm hoping that this
yeah.
program will give you that sense of purpose where you don't have to keep seeking for motivation in different things, Anna,
Mm,
right? When you
yeah.
start to understand that, and that becomes very clear and factual information for you, then what happens is it opens up doors for you that you possibly haven't seen for. And it should not be the case where every place I do, everything I'm thinking about, how do I get motivated for this, how do I get motivated for this, it should never be that way. That should never be a struggle in life in that way. So I'm hoping that this program will give you some answers and give you some tools and resources that will open up the doorway for you, that will help you feel the sense of motivation that is so inherently available for us, and how I can apply it in my life every day and not feel stuck and not have the place for processing it. Yeah. I'm hoping that you will get some answers for it, Anna. Does that kind of give you some hope?
No, I feel like that I want to go through it too, but yeah.
Of
Kind of
course,
fear or
absolutely.
something is in my mind now
Yeah,
when I'm
we all
talking
have
or
fears,
coming in
na, Anna?
front.
Yeah, some fears are
Yeah.
coming in. Yeah. And the fear is and sometimes the fear is so real, isn't it, Anna? That we feel like, okay, I'm not sure that should I or not, should I not? There's a constant tug in the heart.
Yeah,
That
that's a
feeling is there.
constant battle in my
That's a
mind.
yeah, true, true.
Yeah,
And sometimes just stretching up your hand a little bit to take the support and resource that's coming into you can really possibly just open and flood the doors open for you. Possibly that's what it's going to do.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just stretching your
Sometimes,
hand a little bit will help you.
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like if somebody brings something to the table, like I don't have even any questions to ask. I'm taking it as it is. No questions, nothing. I
Nothing.
I don't
Yeah.
know in
Yeah.
purpose, so I'm not able to contribute much. So
Yeah.
I I somehow survived. I have a
Yeah.
kid. I feel like
Yeah.
am I a good mother? Am I
So
enough?
many questions. Yeah, so many questions. Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
try to make my husband correct. Then I realized that first I need to be corrected. I don't want to correct him like that. Everything is kindness now. Yeah.
Hmm.
I want to get rid of. I want some peace. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I want, but
Yeah.
I somehow thought, okay, somehow I'll be able to, if I get into this program,
Hmm.
how it will help me.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too, that you'll find some way to understand, start to understand how gifted you are and what is the gift that you carry and what you can offer to others and what you can offer to your own self. And that's very, very
Yeah,
important. And I'm hoping that this program will kind of open that window for you. And I'm hoping to see you and interact with you as well. Yes?
thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much. And yeah, anybody else? I have Sabna there. I can see Pavitra. I can see Khatija. Any questions that you have that you would like to be answered? Deshri, Sneha. If you wish to put the question on, in the chat, that's also fine. Yeah.
Hi, ma'am. Jayashree here.
Yes, Deshri. How can I help you, my dear?
Yeah, so yeah, I kind of went through the review and also how you talk to people. I mean, your interviews earlier. I trust the process completely. As you were talking that confusion to clarity, I have clarity in certain aspect, and it is not 100% clarity, just in between here and there, lying around. I completely trust this program will help me, and I'm getting into it and full confidence that this is going to be a life-changing thing for me, the way I see things. Yeah.
I hope so too for you, Jayashree. And I looking forward to interacting with you in much more intimate spaces where I can get to know your mind and what you bring to the table there. And I acknowledge the space that you're coming from, that there are some clarities, but there are some things that I'm not so sure about. But you're clear about knowing that this program can bring you some value and some enrichment in life. I'm truly grateful for that, Jayashree. And I'm hoping that you will not go back disappointed. That's something that I can, I'll work towards it, and I will. That's the commitment that I can bring from my side, and I'm hoping that you're also, coming in with that expectation. And it's very rightly so that you should have an expectation of the program. It should be there. We have to be able to, satisfy the desire and the intent that you have about the program. So I'm hoping that I'll get you some answers through that interaction.
Yes. Yeah, ma'am, I'm also hoping.
Yes,
just
my dear, and
another
I look
question.
forward for that. Yes,
Mhm.
go ahead.
Yeah, so I understand it's going to be a monthly once interaction. So if that is the case,
Yes.
will we be choosing a topic and discuss about it, or will it be a one-way interaction at the end? It will be a two-way interaction. How it's going to be the
It'll
pattern?
always be a two-way interaction, Jayashree. There'll always be a two-way interaction, which means that it's a set of people who are going to be there. So we can have participants together, but there will always be some important topic that is there as a part of your curriculum that will be touched upon, and you will have multiple other threads of discussion that will have within that program. So if you're having a 3-hour discussion, in the 3-hour discussion, there'll be multiple things that will be touched upon related with the topic and outside of the topic, but it will be bringing everything and integrating it together. So it's not a very mono dialogue discussion at all. So it's not a lecture series. It's going to be, we're talking about important concepts, and then how do we break it down into our life, and how does it become applicable to each one's life, each of the participants' life. So there will be a two-way interaction. Absolutely.
Okay, got it. Just I mean, I've been attending a few other journaling session as well.
Sure.
I kind of observe myself have become a little silent early in the starting of the journaling session, say 6 months back. I've been asking too many questions, but now one thing is that I kind of find answer in myself.
Right.
And other way around, I think is that am I missing something specific for my cases, or that doubt is there.
That
Even
doubt
now,
is there.
even now, I wasn't really wanted to ask question, but I had few questions like the pattern, but I kind of trust the process. I know things will work out for sure. I mean, trusting you in this program, I guess that is what it's not pulling me out to ask question. I am not very sure, but yeah, I'm sometimes becoming silent.
Okay, so you feel like you're not sure whether you should be silent or not. Is that what's coming to your mind?
Yes. True.
So yeah, so I think what will happen through the program is allows you to understand about your own self a lot more better, right? It's not about underplaying yourself, Jayashree. So the program is not going to let you underplay yourself. It's going to let you come to on par with what you're meant to be. And if it's meant to be that you have some logical thought processes, you have some intellectual conversations that you want to bring forward for, you will be encouraged to talk about it. So it's not about trying to find all the answers within and not have anything to discuss at all. That is not the idea of the program. The idea of the program is to find the balance of the silence and the voice that you need to have. It's both of it. When to speak and when not to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Does that kind of give you some direction towards it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Right. It rings true, I think, in the heart, I feel. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Anything that is spoken here should ring true in your heart. And if it does, then we are in the direction towards which we are going towards. Yeah. So it should be a beautiful balance between finding the silence within me and also knowing where my voice lies and where I can make it be heard. And that is a very important aspect of the balance that we require. Ishri. And I'm hoping that you'll find that through the program. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to interacting with you and also hopefully see your beautiful face at some point. Yes. Yes, we have a question, Khatija. Yeah, these days been having a lot of things surfacing in life. I go blank many times in life. I'm totally overwhelmed, drained, exhausted, and I really feel my purpose here is to do more, but I'm unable to do. Why is it so? Yeah, so I acknowledge that place that you are in, Khatija. Many of us feel extremely exhausted and overwhelmed and drained, and because there's a constant leaking of our energy, and we don't know where we are heading to, and sometimes we don't even know why that is happening, and that can be a very confusing tight space to be in, and it can be suffocating sometimes as well. And I'm hoping that this program will begin with releasing the space around you and to give you a space to breathe. That should be the first place to start with. And it will give you tools. It will also give you the sense of direction with the evidence base that allows you to know how to mend the leakages that you have. How can I block those and repair those leakages that your energy is being drained into? And how can you reserve that energy and redirection that energy towards constructing your life? And that's what I'm thinking. You're hoping to kind of have an expectation out of program, and I'm hoping that you'll find those answers as well, Khadija. Does that kind of give you some clarity, my dear? Just give me a okay or something on the chat. I'm happy to. Okay, all right, lovely. Lovely. Thank you so much. And I'm also hearing Sneha speak about something. Some of my queries have already been asked by others and got to see your answers as well. I have one question. This program will cover past wounds. Yeah, if you're asking about, does it give me tools to heal what wounds my heart has? Absolutely so. This program is designed to touch upon that and to build a mindset that gives me a sense of resilience to become trauma proof in future. So it not just heals what you already have as wounds, but also how can I become resilient in life where it allows me to have a protective shield around my heart that never lets me feel so wounded that it's going to break me in life. Does it reduce me being human in life? No, it does not. It makes me more human, that I can go through a different emotions in life where I can feel anger, I can feel frustration, I can feel grief. Some of us can struggle through feeling that I can't even feel the emotions. Some of us have been so frozen in life and situations in life in such a way that I can't even have access to that feeling sometimes. But this program will allow you to become more human, to be in touch with your emotions, to let your emotions inform you so that you can take a direction in life. So it doesn't make us less human or become overtly burdened with emotions. It gives you a right sense of balance that allows you to remain human, be more emotive, and have the direction as well, and to become be able to not only heal your own wounds but also possibly become a comforting presence for others around you in your life as well. That's what I'm hoping. Let me know, Sneha, if that answers your question. Yes, Khatija, no problem at all. I can hear that you are okay. All right. I hope to see your beautiful faces, and I hope to see you all there as well. Rishika, yes, ma'am. Is the payment one time or can we pay over the 6 months? That'll be really helpful if it's an installment. Yes, my dear. So I have been getting some some requests from people for different payment methods. If you're signing up for a 2-year program, then we can do a multiple installment program. because that allows me to bring in that limitation within the program. But if you're doing a 6-month program, then what I can offer from my side is to give you a possibility of doing 2 installments, if that gives you some some sort of a relief in being able to get your resources together. So that's something that I can definitely offer. Yeah, so please remember that if there is any special request and on an authentic real situation in life, do not hesitate to reach out to me. That's something that I can definitely hear you out and see what I can offer you from my side. But please feel free. But you're coming from a place that what my trust is, that you're coming from a place that you are able to give me the real situation that your life is in, and then more than whatever I can offer for my side, I will definitely do that. But do not sit there and think, maybe I can't, maybe I should. Do not sit with that confusion in life. Just reach out. And if I can't, I'll definitely let you know that I can't. Because if that's my limitation, I'll tell you. But if it's possible from my side, I'll say, yes, let's do it. Let's work towards it. And your journey is important for me. And that's what gives me space for me to know that I am in some way being allowed to contribute to your life. So it gives me that direction in life. Yeah, so I'm looking forward for that partnership. And please recommend the program to all other people in your life, whether it's your husband, whether it's your friends, whether it's your sisters, siblings, anybody who can benefit from the program. Anyone who's above 12 years old can benefit from the program. And it doesn't matter what age you are in. Everybody at any stages of life can benefit from the program, because the program touches upon the universal needs of what we need as a human being in life. And hopefully that should be that should be some direction for us. Yes, I hope that kind of gives you some answers. Any other questions? Yeah, you had put yourself on unmute. Anybody who wanted to ask a question? I don't have a name of the person with the number that I can see, V2036. I don't know who that is. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Pavitra, anyone else who have not got an opportunity to talk? No problem, Sneha. Yeah, absolutely. I get that you're in office right now. And those of us who are confused, anybody who's confused, saying, oh, I don't know whether in my current circumstances with my work, whether I'll be able to manage to listen in or be a participant of it. I want you to take a step forward to see how this program can actually make things easier for you in life. That's what this program is meant to be. Yes. So if there's no other question, I'm happy to let you all go, and we'll share the recordings to all of them who have attended here. And feel free to send this recording to anybody who you think need that direction and who's thinking about the program. So send it out to them. And because it's a long-term program, please understand that it is very important that it's very difficult to kind of make people join in later. It's happened earlier that some people come in later and they want to join in. It becomes harder because we want to make sure that we are all starting at a direction and being able to move forward together. So I want to make sure that all the group that wants to be in the program is able to start on the same time. Although we will be open to a few people who will joining in later, but definitely I want to make sure that the majority of us are able to start at the same time. So please feel free to send the recording to anybody who you think will benefit from that, of the questions and answers that we've given here. So yeah, so you don't have to ask permission. You can simply just give it, send it away, send it to others. And we'll also try and upload this into the YouTube. Savintana, if you can just take down the notes, please. So if you can just put that into YouTube, and also give that link, they can also freely kind of share it with others as well. Yes. All right. So thank you very much, and thank you for your time. And this is Mahati. Yes, I got answers to the other participants' questions. So lovely. I hope that I can see you, Mahati, and be able to interact with you more intimately. Yes. All right. Okay. So take care, all of you, and hope to see you all soon.
When does it start?
So we are hoping to start by the end of this month, which is basically 31st. And if it is this a bit of a delay, it will just take about a week's time more. But it's a Wednesday group, my dear. So it will be a Wednesday group.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it'll be a Wednesday group.
And
So
all the details of payment will be shared to us.
everything will be given to you, and Savintana will be in touch with you. And if you don't have, can you please put the contact number there, Savintana, on the chat, please? So if those of us who have joined in here who don't have the contact number can always connect with us. Yeah, December. You're saying December. We'll be almost 1 month, one semester down, Deepti. Will be one semester down. So when you join in there, what will happen is that you will have a lot of backlog to finish off the 6 months of the foundational work to be able to continue. So yes, some of them have managed to do it, and it has happened in our previous batches, but it can be a little bit hard. So if you are up for that kind of challenge, more than welcome. But what my suggestion to you would be that you join in now, and some of those sessions that you are missing out, you can always do the recording and not have to sit and do the whole chunk of 6 months at the end of December. That can be challenging for you, Deepti. So my suggestion is you begin earlier with us, and if there's something that you're missing out, I'm more than happy to support you through the program so that you're not losing out in any of the learnings that you require.
Yeah, ma'am. So the question is, if not this foundation batch, when is the next batch going to be?
Yeah, so that's something that I cannot promise at this point because it is a long-term program, like you can see. So it is very difficult for us to find time slots to be having back-to-back sessions. If I'm doing only a 3-hour session, Deepti, then it's very easy for me to repeat it, right? But this is not meant to be that way. This is meant to be something that I want people to feel enriched in life. So therefore, I am committed to give a long-term program rather than a very short program. But if you're wanting to do only one bit of it, then confusion to clarity is something that you can definitely listen into. You can, that's a 3-hour program, I think 3.5 hour program. And we have that too, as well as Mayazamma. Both of them are different. Like you can take it as part 1, part 2. Both of them are very enriching. So you can do that 6-hour program or so. But then if you want to start to apply it in life, then I think doing the 6 months or a 2-year program will be a lot more supportive for you. Yes. So although at this point I don't think I have the answer to say when is the next program going to come, because it is a long-term program and we are committed for a longer relationship, so that there is some meaningful evolving in your life that happens with it. Yeah.
I thought the next one is going to come up in February 25.
Right. Yeah. So I that's too far for me at this point, Dipti, in my mind. So I don't know whether that will happen or not. But like I mentioned to you, even if you feel like you don't have a stretch of time to work on the program, still get onto it and you can pace yourself. So you will be given the support to pace yourself. So even if you're missing out something and at what particular time you're not able to do something, one particular class you're not able to attend, just be rested that you will be given that full support, because it is a longer program. So you will be given that support. So think about that. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Jayashri, you have a question?
Yeah. So I have signed up for 6 months program. So at the end of the 6 months, I should be able to extend.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You will be having that opportunity to extend it, my dear. So if you feel at any point earlier that you would like to continue longer, then just let us know immediately so that we are able to kind of facilitate that process for you. Yeah. You don't have to wait for the 6 months to get over to, just sign up for the program earlier. So it just gives us a better, better structure for you, basically. So in that way, I'm making sure that you're able to cover up everything that you require to continue, rather than you just do that 6 months program and then go away. Yeah, this gives me a lot more structure for me to work with you, Jayashri. Yes.
Understood.
I'm
Thanks.
hoping that gives you that answer. Yes.
Yes.
Any other? So Savinthan has put a number there on the chat. Please copy that number, share it with other people, anybody else that you're willing to kind of give that support for, to let them know and the message that such a program is there, and we'll be also giving you the PDF. So Savintana, please also put the PDF there, so they are able to kind of use that as an opportunity of resource, and anybody can get in touch with us Any questions, any further questions that have not been answered here and would like to have a personal connection just to ask one or two any private questions that you have, please feel free to reach out. Do not hesitate and sit on the fence about it, of any situation that is there. All right. And you will learn a lot of resources, of course, that will enrich your path, hopefully. So thank you so much for all of you, and I'm hoping to see you all soon, and hoping to connect as a group. All right. Yes. Rishika, did you want to ask something, my dear? Yeah. So we have put the PDF there. So that's also there. So anybody wants to download it, you can download that. And do not hesitate to ask Savintana to connect you with any participants from the previous batches. They'll be more than happy to connect with you. Every single one of them are compassionate people, loving people who will be willing to share their resources of what they've been learning, how has it been for them, and how are they able to live through it, and how challenging is it. Everything they'll be able to help you with that. Yes. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. I hope to see you all soon. A big hug to you all, and I'm hoping and praying that each of your life will be enriched, and find the abundance inside you, and any heart that requires healing, may the healing come in for you as well. Take care. Bye bye.